When you give a performance and afterwards you have one person say, "Great job," and another person say, "Wow, you did horrible," tell me this. What person do you listen to? I bet most of you here will listen to that one person who say you didn't do good, and you start looking at all the negative things you could find. By doing that, you get a negative attitude and you bring yourself down. I believe that a positive attitude can make you go so much farther than you have a negative attitude. Being positive has many good sides to it, such as people are drawn to you. It can affect your health. When disasters and trials come, you suffer less, and you go farther in all aspects of your life. Having a positive attitude is very important since it affects our relationships with everyone around us. Keeping your attitude in a good place, will make people want to be around you. People are drawn to people who are positive. You have other people to lean on in times of sadness and hardship. When bad things happen or trials come your way, you have people to lean on. People to share your success and happiness as well. People to come to you for advice, making you feel wanted and needed, because every human being wants someone to know that they're there for you and that you are wanted and needed. Not only is being positive good for your social side, it is also good for your physical side as well. Being positive can affect your health. It can lead into depression if you let yourself go into a negative state of mind. Then depression can also lead into problems with sleeping and fatigue, and also as serious as thoughts of suicide. Recent studies also show that negativity is bad for your heart. Now, why wouldn't you want to stay positive when you hear that it can make you healthy? If that's not convincing enough for you, then also take into consideration that it can help you not suffer mentally. When trials and disasters come your way, you also will suffer less if you have a positive attitude. You keep a positive outlook so things around you don't look as bad. When you're in a bad situation, you look at the positive side and you don't let yourself get into that negative attitude, and that will bring you down. You can also help yourself as well as the others around you that are hurting, because people around you are going to be hurting as well in a certain trial you're going through in your life. And so you can help them, and everyone it's a win-win situation. And things don't affect you as bad because you don't allow yourself to. You just close your mind off to that negative side. Being positive will not make the circumstances or conditions disappear if you're in a trial, but a positive attitude can improve the situation, and you'll be in more control of your state of mind, your reactions, and your behavior. In addition to all of those things, being positive can help your life as a whole altogether. You will go farther in all aspects of your life. You need to adapt an I can, not an I can't attitude. Many people have done this study, and if you say, "I can't do this," then usually you won't end up doing it. But if you say, "I can do this," even if you aren't sure, just keep reminding yourself that you can do it, usually you can end up doing it. Not maybe as perfect as you would like, but you can at least do it. And since you don't limit yourself, your life has no bounds to how far you can go. You'll find more success in your school, in your job, and your relationships with everyone around you. Your mind is a very powerful tool. You need to use it to better your life instead of destroy it. A positive attitude leads to a happier life and success. We can change our attitude from negativity to being positive and reap the benefits. Also, there's a large amount of people thinking that positive attitude can affect your life. There's also people out there who think that it doesn't matter at all. Such as people who think you need to be hard on yourself. If you don't do as good on a test as you would like, then you're really hard on yourself and you don't do as well. If they mess up just a little bit, they think they need to be completely negative about everything. They also call themselves names or say they can't do it, and that brings themselves down. Usually these people are very determined and goal-oriented, and if they fail, they beat themselves up over it to make themselves do better. But in reality, they aren't making themselves do better, they're just making it worse. So in addition to beating themselves up mentally, they also allow themselves to affect their health. They let themselves become depressed because they feel as though they deserve to be that way for not doing perfect. They don't feel like they need to be happy because they didn't do awesome on this one test they did or something like that. They also think they don't eat proper. That's a way of punishment for them. Like they don't eat, or they just don't allow themselves that. They also work out their body so they can't go anymore. They go into the gym, 5-6 hours a day, and just think that will maybe make them better, when in reality it won't. They also won't let their bodies get enough rest because they're trying to perfect themselves. So they're up all night, all hours of the night, studying for that one test, but that won't help them at all. That's actually working against them. So with people thinking beating themselves up mentally and physically, they think that there's a point we become too positive. Such as gamblers. They don't quit and because they stay too positive, and then they lose everything. So you can become too positive to the point where it's irrational. You have to stay positive, but you got to be practical about it at the same time. Don't let the positive thoughts overrule everything else. So as you can see, being a positive person has many more benefits as compared to being negative. People are drawn to you. It can affect your health. When trials and disasters come your way, you suffer less, and you go farther in all aspects of your life. I would like to end in some ways to stay positive and also two inspiring quotes. Some ways to stay positive are, if you find yourself thinking a negative thought, change it to a positive thought. As simple as that. Just be aware of if you're being negative, if you're being positive. Surround your life with positive people. Don't allow negativity in your life. Your mind is a very powerful thing. If you allow things to come at you, then that will be what you take in, and that will be in your life. But if you see something negative and you just push it away from yourself, it won't be in your life. You need to spend your time on activities that bring you happiness. I mean, sure, you have to go to your job that you may not like, but for the most part, in your spare time, do your hobbies or things you enjoy. Spend time with good people. Invoke on positive memories whenever you can. Don't think about something sad or negative that happened in your past. Think about something positive, something that happened, like a birthday party or something that happened that was fun. Cherish the simple pleasures in your life. Maybe a simple bubble bath, or going outside and taking a walk. Simple things like that. Be around people that make you laugh, because laughter is a good medicine, to be honest. And also, most of all, just love yourself for who you are. Don't try and make yourself something you're not. Be happy with who you are. And as for the quotes I want to end with, they are, a healthy attitude is contagious, but don't wait to catch from others, be a carrier. That's from an anonymous. They don't know who wrote that. And the second one is, I am convinced that attitude is the key to success or failure in almost any of life's endeavors. Your attitude, your perspective, your outlook, how you view yourself, how you feel about other people determines your priorities, your actions, your values. Your attitude determines how you interact with other people and how you interact with yourself. And that's by Carolyn Warner. So I want to urge all of you here, take control of your life and stay positive each and every day. Change your world around you as well as the others' worlds around you. So I'd like to open it up for questions. Does anyone have any questions for me?
Yes, I do. What would you say you mostly are as a person, a positive or negative person?
I would say I try and be positive as much as possible. There are times when I know I'm negative and I really don't care if I am negative, but there are times when I am negative. I'm just like, I need to change my attitude right now because this isn't helping the situation at all. I need to get better.
That's good.
Any other questions?
Well, is there an example of when you had a negative thought and had to change it to a positive one?
Yeah. I would say probably when I did bad on a test. I got a C on a test, and I like to usually do better at B or A at least. And so I was like, man, I just didn't do good at all. I'm going to get a bad grade in my class now, and I was just feeling really negative about it and beating myself up over it. And, there was nothing I could do about it at that point because I'd already taken the test, so there's no point in being negative. So I just tried to turn around and be like, okay, well, I need to be positive about this. Let's say, okay, I'll just study more next time, and, it'll turn around and I'll do better, and that's the way you can do it. Okay, any other questions? Okay, well, thank you, everyone, and have a good evening.